Hi, Jordan. Jordan Heading, thank you so much for joining us here on Off the Record. Jordan, I want to ask you first before we start, what has been your wildest basketball game?
I think it would have had to be the 2019 NCAA Division Two Regional Championship. I think we were up 10 with a minute to go, and they just started hitting the craziest three-pointers. But we were lucky enough to put them away to win the game and win the regional championship.
All right, hello online world. Hello Ka-OTR. This is Off the Record with Migs, Bustos. And for today, we are again in another episode or segment of Fast Facts. And right here, we are with Alab Pilipinas member and the Fil-Australian, Jordan Heading. Jordan, how are you? Can you greet our Ka-OTR, our fans of Off the Record? Hello.
Hey, how are you, everyone? It's nice to be here with Migs.
All right, Jordan, just for the benefit of our fans who are getting to know you, of course, you're applying for the PBA draft. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself, your playing style, and what is it like applying for the PBA draft?
Yeah, I'm a combo guard, so I play point guard and shooting guard, and I've been lucky enough to play for a lot of really great coaches, and I've learned a lot from them. I think I have a pretty heavy emphasis on my offensive end as far as shooting the ball, shoot a lot of three-pointers, as well as I can get to the basket, and I really enjoy making plays for my teammates. So I'm always looking to set them up for some good shots. So hopefully I can bring what I do best to the PBA, and hopefully a team will be excited to have me on board.
All right, so that is Jordan Heading. But guys, before we start our Fast Facts episode, please do subscribe to Off the Record with Mix Boost Sauce on our YouTube page and be part of Off the Record community. All right, so Jordan, again, this is Fast Facts. Brother, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Ready? All right, of course, you were born ready. Thank you so much, Jordan. All right,
Right.
so 3, 2, 1, we'll start. Jordan, even though you only played for Alab Pilipinas for a couple of months, I'm sure there were a lot of memories, right? But then, what has been
Yep.
your best ABL game or best ABL memory?
I think would have had to be our first win, and that was over in Macau against the Wolf Warriors. And I had a game high, I think it was, and it was just exciting for me. It was my first time playing professional basketball, and I came out there and I shot the ball really well, and I was just excited that I was able to play at that level and able to help us get a win in overtime.
Best playing memory outside of the ABL.
It definitely would have to be when I played for Batangilas in 2011, I think it was, the under-16 team for Coach Olsen Rosella. That was just a huge honor to be able to represent the Philippines and just a super fun memory of mine.
Mhm. Ultimate basketball idol.
It would have to be Patty Mills. Me being a Filipino Australian, I really look up to Patty and everything that he's done, not only in the NBA but in the Olympics, and it also goes off the court. I mean, he's done so much for his culture in raising awareness and helping helping just help his culture out. And he's just done so much for them, and it's a really massive inspiration for myself.
All right, your biggest rival on courts.
Biggest rival on the court. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I really have a massive rival on the court. Obviously I can get into some chippy plays with some guys sometimes, but I don't think I really hold grudges and take it on to the next game. I think I do all right at just leaving it on the floor.
All right, so if you are, of course, visualizing the PBA draft, is there a dream PBA team?
I wouldn't lie. I would love to play for Ginebra. I played for obviously Coach Olsen back in Batanguila, so I would love to play for him again. I really enjoyed my time playing under him, and it would be a massive honor to be able to do that again. And obviously, Coach Tim is there as well, and they've got obviously they got an amazing team. They just won the last championship, and yeah, it would be an honor to play for them.
All right, so Jordan, just for the benefit of our viewers, and from your perspective as a Phil Australian or as a Phil foreigner, what is it like being a Phil foreigner in the Philippine basketball scene from that context?
It's interesting. It's I've ever since I was young and I was over there when I was 15 and I was lucky enough to play over there then, I fell in love with it right away. I mean, just the amount of love that basketball gets over there in the Philippines, it being, a religion over there. It's super fun, being able to play just for the fans and just to be able to compete at such a high level in a country that loves the game so much. And it is also a little bit different, me being from, born in a different country and coming from a different culture, I suppose. But it's so fun being back with Filipinos, and I love the culture, and I love, it's a second home to me. So yeah, I love it.
All right. So, what has been your wildest basketball related injury?
Knock on wood. I mean, I haven't really had any crazy injuries. I almost hyperextended my elbow in my last game of college in the States, but I was lucky. I pulled up all right from that. But I mean, obviously the ankles and stuff, you roll your ankles, but that's just part of the game. But yeah, knock on wood, I haven't had anything too crazy.
All right, so we're not looking forward to that. So hopefully that will just be the last of it. All right, so
You might
Jordan,
afford it.
yeah, of course. Jordan, who do you want to match up first in the PBA?
It's tough. There's so many good players. But there's so many guys over there. I'm really excited to play against. But guys who are just top players. Like Chris Ross and Stanley Pringle, all those boys. Top Phil foreigners. And Ray Parks, guys like that. I'd be really really stoked to match up with them. And I played them once before. Playing them when we had tune-up games with Alab. And it was super fun. They're amazing players, and it's always fun going against really high competition.
What would be your first PBA jersey number and why?
I would for sure be number 15. I've been 15 for as long as I can remember. I was 15 in Batangilas. I would love to keep it, and I think it was because of Vince Carter. I've always loved Vince Carter. I mean, he's the human highlight reel, so he was always a favorite of mine.
All right, so okay, is this making it to the PBA your ultimate dream? Is playing pro your ultimate dream, and why?
Yeah, as far as basketball goes, I would say that it, playing in the PBA as well as playing for Gilas again one day would be my ultimate dream. It would be an honor to represent the country again. I would love to do that. And yeah, the PBA is such a great league that I would be honored to be there and to be an integral part of that league. And yeah, it'd be great. I would
All
love
right.
it.
All right. So I asked this to guys like Alvin Pasaol, Aljun Malesio, Calvin Oftana. Well, if you were to take a winning shot, how would it go?
Uh, it obviously would depend on the scenario, on the situation. How much we're down by, how much time, and all of that. But I think if it's a tied game, I'd probably try and take it to the hoop, try and get fouled or something like that, or maybe even just get some contact and put up a little nice floater. Hopefully that'll go in. Hopefully win the game.
Follow up question, Jordan. With regards to that, you're down one, 5 seconds left. You have the ball. Ball is in your hands. Penalty on both sides. How would it go?
Yeah, I'm putting my head down. I'm going to the hoop, and whether that shot's going up from me or if I'm able to find an open teammate, I'm more than happy, to make that right basketball play and just get the best shot for the team and get the best look possible.
All right. So, who is the coach that you're looking forward to play for? Well, you
Uh,
mentioned already Olsen, right? But
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
are there other guys in mind?
Um, I would say Coach Olsen would probably be the main one. I mean, that's the guy that I've already played for. I obviously only being in Alab for just a short time, I didn't really get to spend too much time with that many other people. But I spent a good few months with Coach Olsen, and that was a really key part in my development as a young player. And yeah, I had a great time with him. So he would be the guy.
All right. So, Coach Olsen, if you're watching this in Filipino, makakarating, Jordan Heading was a proud Batangilas member under your care, and he looks forward to playing for you. All right. So, what is it like, Jordan, leaving your hometown to pursue a career in the Philippines, especially during this time, right?
Yeah. it's always been, you know, my dream to play professional basketball, and I sort of always knew that I would probably go somewhere. I mean, growing up, I was so international. You know, we lived in Taiwan for a long time. I lived in the States in college, and obviously lived here in Australia. But so yeah, so I suppose I've moved around a lot. Might not be as big of a deal for me as some other people. I'm quite comfortable traveling. But as far as, you know, this whole COVID situation, Australia's done such a good job with COVID. You know, life's back to normal here. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm more than happy, and so is my wife, to come back to the Philippines, and we're super excited.
All right, so follow up. I know Lauren wanted to play professionally here in the Philippines. What's it like also having having a professional athlete, you know, as a wife? What's that like?
Yeah, you know, in college she was a superstar from day one, and I wasn't. So I was sort of, I sort of had to, you know, find different ways to get her attention, I suppose. But no, she's an absolutely incredible athlete, and it's good, you know, for myself. Like, um, it's nice, you know, having a wife that can, you know, understand, you know, all the work that I put in. If I'm, you know, I'm not only going to trainings when we have team trainings, you know, I'm doing stuff on my own time, and I'm getting extra shots up, extra weights, whatever it is. And she's so great because she's an athlete. She understands it. She understands what it takes to get to that next level and to be special. So she totally understands, and, you know, she'll rebound for me and do, you know, things that I kind of need. And she's more than happy to do that because she understands, and that's a great thing.
Do you also do the same thing for her?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you do. You set for her
A
also.
little, you know, my volleyball skills aren't quite up to par, but I do my best.
All right. So lastly, Jordan, who has been your most memorable teammate?
That's a super hard question. Honestly, I had so many great teammates over the years. But I had, you know, a special teammate, you know, in college. My center for a couple of years, Khalid Diouf. He's a German Senegalese guy. He had an incredible. He's playing over professionally in Germany, and he was just a great teammate. Just one of the smartest guys I've ever played with, and just super efficient. And just everything he did was to win. Didn't care about his own stats, and he was just a legend. I loved playing with him, and yeah.
All right. So lastly, Jordan, your message to your fans and the Filipino fans.
I hope you're as excited as I am to get over there and get going. Thank you so much for your support. I hope I can get over there and play well, and, you know, do what I do best. But yeah, thank you so much for your support, and thanks so much for tuning in. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Cheers, Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us here on Off the Record on Fast Facts. That has been Jordan Heading. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us here on Off the Record. And I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. See you in the next episode.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.